In this tutorial, we'll look at how to create a pivot table in Excel. A pivot table is a great tool to help you summarize and analyze your data. When you've created your pivot table, you'll be able to sort it, filter it, apply grouping, and apply conditional formatting to help you analyze your data further. A pivot table extracts information from your data without impacting the original data, but make sure your headings are unique. So with your mouse inside the table, go to the Insert tab on the ribbon, and then the first button, Pivot Table. The dialog box has selected the whole table, but if it got it wrong, you could re-highlight the correct area. Further down the dialog box, you get to choose where you'd like to place your pivot table, on a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. I'll click Existing, and then click into K1, and then click OK. So on the right, we have a new pane, the pivot table fields. Hopefully you can recognize bio, material type, etc. are the headings from the original data. They're now called fields. You also have two new tabs in the ribbon, Analyze and Design. At the bottom of the pivot table fields, there are four areas: filters, columns, rows and values. The fields listed above can be dragged into each area, or you can just tick the box next to the field. If you just tick the boxes, Excel takes control. I'm interested in the annual volume by material type. That means I need to do something with material type, so I'll tick that, and I've automatically got a list of all the unique values. And then I'll tick annual volume. Within a couple of seconds, I've got my summary. If I'd like further information, I can use other fields. I'll take supplier. This time I'm going to drop it to columns to see how it looks. I don't really like how it looks, so I'll take supplier and put it underneath material type. Now I'll take material type and swap it over to columns to see if I like it. So that's why it's called a pivot table. You just pivot your data around until you get what you want. I'm going to deselect supplier and annual volume and put material type back to rows. I want to find out how many of each item there has been. So what I can do is use material type again, but this time drop it into values. Because material type is text, I will automatically get a count. Now I'd like to see something about the buyers, so I'm just going to tick and swap buyer over to column. I'll take counter material type away, so I'm going to drag and drop it up into the field area and tick annual volume again. So whatever your data contains, you can just experiment. That's one of the great things about a pivot table. In this tutorial, we've had a look at creating pivot tables in Excel. Check out our other videos giving you further information on pivot tables.